So, hi and good to see you again. I have to start by telling you that I have man flu. I will do my best to get to the end of the video. And guys, if you don't know what man flu is, then you haven't ever suffered. Ladies, you just wouldn't understand. So I'd like a very feeling sorry for Austen, subscribe or like. That would lift my spirits no end. It wouldn't help with the cold because, gosh, man flu. In, on, at, prepositions. And today we're looking at prepositions of time. When we use in, when we use on, when we use at. Prepositions in English are impossibly hard. And again, and as with always in English, there are exceptions to this. But as a general rule, we're going to think of in for a large amount of time, or very rough time, non-specific, on for a shorter amount of time, a little more specific, and then at for absolute specific time. In, on, at. And pretty much that works. So for years, I was born in 1989. Okay, it was 1969, but shh. And I was born in October. I was born in the autumn, or in the fall, if you're American. But please don't do that. In for a large amount of time. So for years, for decades, I was born in the 60s. For months, for seasons, and in the week. Now, we also use in for in the morning, in the afternoon. We'll come back to that, perhaps. In. On. If we're talking about a specific day. I was born on the 10th of October. It's a specific day. That's just a week and a bit away from now, so birthday presents, thank you, I accept. Or just to subscribe. Did I mention I've got a cold? Ouch, feel sorry for me. On for specific days. On Christmas Day. On Easter Sunday. Any holidays that mention the day, we're going to say on. In, on, at 4 o'clock, at lunchtime. We also use at for the weekend, unless you're American, and then we say on the weekend, and I'm not entirely sure why. But it doesn't really matter. Both are in common usage nowadays, at and on for the weekend. For holidays, we use at if we don't mention the day. So at Christmas. What are you doing at New Year? But what are you doing on New Year's Eve? It's a specific day. So for specific days, it's on. I mentioned that for in, we also do in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. However, if in that same sentence, again, we mention a specific day, we're going to move it to on. What are you doing on the morning of the 10th of October? Bringing Austen a present. That's what you are doing. Again, for in, sometime in the future or sometime in the past. It's non-specific, it's general, it's quite wide. One of those exceptions, I will meet you in 2 hours. That is not an hour and a half. That is not 2.5 hours. That is 2 hours. But if we mention the time, it will be at. I will meet you in 2 hours at 4 o'clock. So that's a brief introduction to in, on, at. Again, please, if you have questions about this or you know of exceptions or you just don't understand, pop it in the comments. Get in touch, ask me, and I'll try and help out. Next time we're going to look at in, on, at, and others for prepositions of place. Also a tricky subject. I'm going to leave you. Just something I wanted to mention. I have a cold. It's probably man flu. I might die. So please subscribe and feel sorry for me. Thanks a lot. Cheers. Bye-bye.